looking at maybe getting knocked down and perhaps facing up against Team Spirit again. As I was checking in between the games, looks like Team Spirit did win game 1 against 1-win. So they get another dub there. They're going to move on and face the loser of this matchup tomorrow, I believe. So.
Could be very interesting. But if they get the 2-0 here, I think VP would have some decent confidence in what they're doing, right? Strategies wise.
Yeah. Be even more interesting if Team Spirit like bounced back, made it to the grand finals, and then we'd see a Virtus.pro that feels like, as you said, very confident in themselves against, you know, the big bad wolf and Team Spirit.
Very true.
Speaking of big bad
Scary
wolf,
team to go up against in a BO5 though, when they can figure your stuff out.
Yeah, that's
if it
true.
comes to that.
FNG's gonna need a whole lot more twists and turns in his draft than just a normal series.
Navi looking for the first blood off that ward, but will not get anything for their trouble.
And are now going to get scouted out by wolves, so unlikely to find anything on the bounty runes. Looks like it's just going to be trade-off 2-2. So our lane matchups wise, Gyrocopter Crystal Bane, which you said very tough lane to beat, against Shadow Demon Centaur, which is not a half bad lane itself, just not as good as I would say a lot of other like Techie's Centaur was last game.
You're missing that like level 2 burst that this lane used to have. The level 3 is very strong, but in theory you're going to be down HP by the time you get to level 3 on this lane, because you're just going to get flacked Nova, and that hurts.
He died.
But I think Centaur is one of the better heroes to have against us, so they should be happy.
Yeah. I mean, I always thought Centaur was okay in this matchup just because like you said, you're gonna take a lot of damage. Your only answer to it is just raw HP, right?
Well, and regen. Centaur's the highest regen level 1 in the game.
Yeah.
So he's actually the best hero to have against these early harass lane shove lanes, because they just get shoved in against him. He regens up. He just CS's. So it's actually a lane that Nefrit's gonna be perfectly happy in. And I'll see if Kiritich can sit down here as long as he did that.
Eventually he'll get Helm, right? And then he'll have an armor answer against the flat cannons. The flat cannon will do even less against him.
It's just a lane you're just pumping out nukes and not happy about it. And I think it's gonna be the same up top. Like, you have this Wind Ranger Potom. It's a lot of range strats, but Lycan's just gonna sit there. So both these offlaners are just gonna be chilling in this game though. Sayush. Ooh, Fairy Fire bails him out.
This mid matchup is already getting real difficult for Squadix. He does have his bottle delivered, so he'll start recovering all that side blade harassment that he was taking. But definitely got pretty low, and Sanctity was really trying to push him on it. It's pulled into the tower, but
Big
Refraction
CS.
blocks all that damage.
Yeah, big CS for him. Recovers his lane, gets everything, and splits the water room. So see if any ancient stacks get up. I think the stacking for both sides could be pretty valuable. You have Coddle versus Shadow Demon, and I think, as we said, like, both offlaners are kind of independent here at a certain point. So both the Coddle and the Shadow Demon, if you can't pressure the lane, then you want to get the stacks up. And you have Gyro to clear through it on one side, you have TA on the other. So there's a lot of synergy here in what both sides want to do. Just a question of who can do it better. And we see Zayat's already going for the double stack at 3. Nice little tree cut, he'll get it. So he pulls ahead in the stacking war.
Yeah, Sayush, what are you doing, man? Why aren't you stacking like Zayat? Pull back in, a little bit more damage. These two just continuing to trade blow for blow.
What a weird lane, honestly.
Matchup that Squadix is getting the better in CS, but Sanctity is a bit ahead when it comes to the regen war.
All
and he gets the range creep.
Squadix just pulling this lane out in the clutch, man. The big CS from him. To get everything on that wave, that's a morale boost right there.
All of it may not matter if you get your water runes taken away. Squadix does grab Malady, prevents him from stealing away that water rune, gets a refill on his bottle. Still, though, had to blow some resources for it, so.
I mean, he got Chakra Tangoed. He's happy.
That's true.
Also got the stack off the Coddle rotating. So he catches up a little bit. And both offlaners are to their helm. Oh no, we went boots on the Centaur.
Yeah,
Alright, so he's just going for the bracer phase. And it's also fine. You have way too much regen on this hero anyway. He's at 13.5 with bracer, so don't have to go this Helm Rush where the Lycan needs it. Now he's chilling. Very symmetrical game.
Yep. So it comes down to the stacks.
Yeah.
Which Sayush is one stack behind, one ancient stack behind.
It might cost you everything here.
But the Storm Spirit is ahead because he also stacks for himself. Advantage of being his Radiant side Storm Spirit.
Yeah, he did get pushed off the lane though, so this hurts. He's gonna miss a lot of XP. And that Dire Obs did see the stacking from the Coddle, so Na'Vi know about. I mean, they have to know anyway. It's Coddle Gyro, right? But if you're Na'Vi, you can maybe invade here with the TA. You're gonna have level 6 first.
Disruption into Arrow. No, not into Arrow immediately. Starstorm, double blood grenades being thrown out. Doesn't have Arrow leveled up. And he actually dies. Kiritage got him on the flat cannon shot. What? He's got 4 stacks of Shadow Poison on him. He'll take 288 damage. The 5th one lands, and that will get the kill.
I don't think he dies without that 5th. That was very close.
Yeah,
very clutch by Zayats. Worth it in the end, but an awkward gank for sure.
Especially with all the creeps missed under tower. If it wasn't for the fact that Gyrocopter missed so many creeps during this period of time, I think Gyro would have been happy with that exchange just because he got first blood.
I mean, you're also sad when you go with this Falcon Blade and then you die. It's like an early HP fighting item. You want to be able to survive the gank. And here is the pressure going into mid with the level 6 on the TA. Arcane Rune to boot. We'll force some kind of response here. The both supports going mid. It gets scouted off the wards, so Na'Vi get to back off and back to the stacking for Zayats. It's getting some juicy ones up.
Back to the stacking for Sayush.
This is a strong economic early game for Na'Vi here. Is he gonna get this? Why did he run like that? What?
Wisdom, probably.
I mean, yeah, but there's nobody close to that. Well, he misses one ancient. So, still big stacks on Radiant as well, but Sanctity will clear through these. Happy about that.
Both these teams seem really content with... We had like, what was it, like 5 kills in like 12 minutes or something last game. There's 2 kills in 7.5 minutes. Both these teams seem very content with just chilling and farming in these laning phases.
Not what Eastern Europe's known for, but that's what it's come down to now.
Yeah, I feel like Southeast Asia and Eastern Europe have both gone through the transition from, you know, they used to be known for constant fighting, brawling, and then both regions, I think, slowed down quite a bit. I don't know why.
Yeah, change of player, change of meta.
Disruption Arrow is enough. Man, that is so much damage, man. That is a level 6 Shadow Demon now, thanks to that kill and the stacks. They almost get the kill on Sayush. In fact, the Purge is going to run out and he'll kill him inside of the fountain.
got the TP as well, and he's just so high level on this Shadow Demon.
Yeah.
Because of the Storm kill. I mean, that Storm kill Sanctity wasn't even there for. He just solo kills the Maiden while all that's happening. An absolute disaster in mid lane for VP. They lose everybody. Wagi TP's out top, so they're not even going to get the return kill there, and Zayat's almost level 7 now.
Dude, they're going for the back-to-back. Okay, FNG. Is he going to block the arrow here? Oh, got him on the arrow, but at the same time, Sanctity is in a bit of trouble, and they're going to go for that kill with Kiritich cutting into this mid lane. A very helpful rotation. That turned that fight completely. Almost got him on the 5 stacks again. Jesus, if he was actually level 7, they would have gotten that kill.
I hit him with a trap.
Yeah.
For the Lycan top, but
yeah, focus fire. He's gonna have a power shot. He might get him. If he lands the power shot, oh, it's still not enough. 18 HP.
Stick. Yeah, a stick saved him. God damn. Not what you want out of that Lycan ult, but you'll take the double core rotation and live. And that was a necessary move by Kiritich. Like, he had to do something about what was happening mid. If he doesn't show up there, Na'Vi just get away with murder. And Sanctity straight back into mid, just smacking this tower. Man has no chill. And they are invading the stacks right now.
Uh-oh.
Eyeing them up.
That's one way to win the stack battle.
Like, they have TA, they can do this, but it's not instant, so VP are definitely contesting this.
They're going to get caught in the process. Oh, stop. Doesn't quite land. Squadix does manage to dodge that one. They are going to, if they go for the Centaur, they're going to be lined up for Shadow Poison. So they're not going to chase, but Na'Vi also didn't get any of the stacks. So
hard contest. VP are always going to bring everybody for this.
I mean, I guess it gets a reaction out of them, right?
Barrage. Yeah. It's not the worst. They didn't lose anything. They get to stack their own jungle again at 11 minutes for the TA here. Though Zayats gets only one camp again. Struggling versus the neutral creeps here.
Beaten out by NPCs. What can you do?
And this gyro is just not clearing through this as efficiently as the TA is, so Na'Vi pulling ahead right now, especially Sanctity, who is... He's having a pristine Templar Assassin game here.
He's jacked, man. 6,300 net worth. He's going to have a blink dagger in like a minute or two.
I mean, he needs the extra net worth, though, because the team fight's not that straightforward for him, right? Like,
sure.
You have max Frostbite, you have this Lycan that you can't really man-fight the summons of if he gets a fast helm with the Overlord here, but it's honestly coming out pretty slow for Natus. He just hasn't been able to pressure his safe lane tower as much as he would want. It's been delayed and delayed. He's been forced off the lane. Iraqi's still sitting up here.
Problem of being a off-lane Lycan and not a spellcasting off-laner against a Wind Ranger, right? It's just like... The way you threaten carry Wind Ranger is, you know, throw spells at her. You have literally no spells to throw at her, so she just kind of exists in lane forever.
He needs, like, the Storm to come up here, but again, VP don't want to commit the Storm rotation before Orchid.
Yep.
We'll take the tower with the Skelly boys.
Top tower has fallen. Shadows, take us.
Stupendous.
Little bit of Moonlight Shadow action, a little re-go on the triangle, see if they can find anything. If they don't, then they'll push themselves all the way across. Now, they did get a successful scan on this. The problem is Lycan doesn't really have anywhere to go, and he's going to run into this movement anyway. Now, they're not going to be able to immediately kill him. Disruption's going to go off. They can get a third poison stack. That's not nearly enough damage, though. In fact, he missed the poison.
They were looking for
that's another Lycan hold down,
but just not close to connecting. Meanwhile, Squad X gonna do a little creep stealing of his own here.
Tower is under attack.
Though there's no stacks left, unfortunately. 14-minute Wisdom Rune is coming out.
Dire's bottom tower is
Both
under
teams
attack.
kind of in position to
Radiant's middle
threaten
tower
a steal.
is under attack.
Especially if Navi take this tier 1 tower, which
Radiant's top
looks
tower
like they've
is under
kind of got dead to rights, though no one's making the move for the Wisdom Rune right now.
Yeah, they're gonna lose both.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
That's not good.
Scanning.
Make the move now, but they're going to be too late. Now they TP late to try and stop the Storm Spirit. They go for it, but the Blink is going to be too late, and Storm is zipping on out of there. So Wisdom Rune Steal, big pickup for Virtus.pro, and might be able to get the Mirana as well. The Mirana has a couple more leaps, but gets frostbitten before he can make it over the cliff.
Very clunky by Navi. I think they were in position to contest like one of those for sure, and
Yep.
maybe both if they brought a bunch of numbers, but they lose both and a kill. And the whole time, Gyro's farming jungle with this early Crystallis, so he doesn't need to do the stacks right now. It's pretty efficient for him. Maybe not the point he'd want to be right now as a Gyro, but considering what happened mid and he had to rotate and he didn't really get a lot of the stacks, then I mean, you'll take it. Another smoke by
Well, the
Navi
chill
trying
time
to pick up the pace.
continues until the smoke happens. Smoke and Moonlight Shadow. So they're going to get the Wind Ranger to try and sandwich this move. The smoke's going to break. So you know there's some heroes around. Ayush is fast. They hit him with the arrow. They follow up with the stomp. So he's going to die, but there's plenty of Virtus.pro members around here and can still fight back as they chase after the Shadow Demon with the Orchid. They'll bring him down, and the Lycan is able to put his first ult to use, actually killing some heroes. He gets to munch on the Centaur, so they take 2 kills out of that for Virtus.pro. Just defensive posturing where Navi's aggressive move just kind of stumbles into a 5-man.
I mean, Navi don't want to find everybody. Like, that is not what they want to do with that smoke. And the second everybody's there, that's, again, the 5-man punch from Virtus.pro is really strong in this game. You have to respect it. Especially with how hard the support's life is. There's a Lycan chasing you down. There's this Orchid Storm chasing you down with infinite mana. Zayat just can't even play these fights. It's impossible. Looking for the Ranger?
Oh, Yuragi. If he's spotted here, he is 100% dead. Oh, the power shot goes off. Anybody see that? Now they see him. Now they're going to grab him, surely. They hit him with the Orchid.
That's
Okay,
awkward.
the Centaur's here to respond. Will protect the Wind Ranger. Man, Yuragi is lucky he got spotted that late into it. If they ran into him 5 seconds earlier, he was definitely dead. Instead, he gets a kill off of it. Or somebody does. Nefrit does.
I'm looking for Storm. They
Sanctity
do have the
does
TA
have the shard, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, he can disrupt into setting it up, silence. DD rune on the TA as well. So really strong right now if they can get anything into the Roshan thread. We'll clear through it, no problem. I mean, both teams can do early Rosh this game. So it's really worth thinking about. And not giving up bad kills on the map that can lead into it. That's a heads-up teleport, if I noticed here. Dragon's in trouble, though.
That is a full gank on the Ancient Black Dragon. I mean, it's worth 250 gold, so the demonic purge put on it, it's definitely worth it. It's only a 60-second cooldown.
I mean, yeah, what else are you purging this game? Absolutely worth it.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, does Lycan have... oh, yeah, Lycan bought his shard nice and early as well, so...
Ooh, trap silence.
Got him
Got him.
on the traps. Man, they have so many traps set around this mid area. No sentries whatsoever. Virtus.pro just walking over these traps over and over again. I was watching like FNG. He was sitting on one. Notice is on one right now. Navi, you're just getting full vision of these guys.
Radiant's bottom tower
And they're going to
is
take the
under
fight
attack.
here. Like, they have vision, they have traps set up. There's another one. You're gone. No respect for the TA control right now. Like you said, there's just no sentries.
This might be one of those things where, you know, TA isn't picked up the most often, right? And a lot of times it's been carry TA. Mid TA has been a little bit out of meta for a while. This might be one of those things you're just out of practice with, right? You just, oh yeah, it's a TA. It means we have to drop sentries everywhere, otherwise they have vision of us all the time.
I mean, you're either dropping sentries or you're splitting the side lanes because you're not fighting. But the worst thing you can do is not split the side lanes, group up on the traps, and not buy sentries, which is kind of what's happening here.
Yeah.
They're getting punished.
And they do want to group up because of that 5-man punch you were talking about, right? Which they're going to go for it now. Smoke up, going to mid, potentially running into a Shadow Demon first, which is a good start if they could catch the TA as well. Gotta be careful of those traps, though. Don't want to pursue too overzealously. They just take the Shadow Demon kill for now.
Big D ward as well. And they just push the tower. Like, Slyking gives you the objectives this game, so you can just bring Navi to you instead of chasing through the vision.
Yeah, that's a good point. And if they can get these objectives, it'll give them a nice bonus of gold to help the Storm Spirit to get to BKB, so you can deal with this TA shard trap timing.
Nice little rune for it as well. I mean, this is a race to Roshan. Some team is going to force it here in the next few minutes, I think. Closing in on Deso for Sanctity. That might be the signal. You're going to have your BKB for Yuragi as well. Yeah, it's a good timing.
A Dire side TA on a Radiant side Roshan, I feel like it is a pretty dream setup for Navi. This bottom lane is always pushed in. They have full control of the pit. They've got great vision for it. You're going to have a fast way to be able to do it. I think Virtus.pro, I don't see them being able to contest this. Just with the current
they have to
position
start going
timing.
now.
Yeah.
You have to smoke now and get the fight. And you have to do it without your Storm BKB. Because right now they're just taking a tier 2. But it's just freeing up the Roche control. This Deso is flying in right now. You even got Glyph out of that. Yeah, STA's timing is just way too good.
With the tier 2 going down, and all the more reason to take this Roshan, and all the less ways that Virtus.pro can contest. I mean, last time they also kind of did give up a Roshan, right? And then they still hit a window and fought during that Aegis timing anyway, and it worked really well for them. So maybe that's just a general philosophy of the squad. You know, hit your utmost peak of items and just go for it and jam it no matter what.
Yeah, there is some benefit in that. Though I think Lifestealer's he's a bit better at doing that than the Gyro when he's not ahead. Like, I don't think Kiritich is in a position where he can just go in this fight and 1v5 the fight like he was last game.
Yeah.
Not seeing it. But maybe they just kill off supports with like Lycan Storm and then take a numbers advantage. Either way, it's going to be early Roche. For Sanctity, is that entire sequence just went uncontested. And he's going to be big.
Yuragi's out there looking. Maybe they're coming. No, nobody's going to show up. So a free Aegis, free Roshan for Navi. Yuragi has his BKB. He's going to work towards Gleipnir next. So they're going to get this really nice window where they have a bunch of catch, a bunch of damage, an extra life. All of those advantage may be enough to actually beat Virtus.pro in a full 5-on-5 team fight, which Navi's lineup may not excel at, but at some point in time, you just enough items, enough Aegises, I'll do it. Man, look at VP, so patient.
Look at this high ground ward for VP. It's so good right now.
They smoke into each other here. They go back to the Mirana. Use that Coddle to help Squadix make a long jump in. He still has a bit of mana, but he didn't jump up to the high ground. Uragi catches him on the shackle shot, and he dies. At the same time, Kiritich, and he just ran into Nefrit, so I'll take that kill in return. Losing the Storm Spirit is a big blow, obviously, and they're going to have to make a run for it here, most likely.
Nefrit ran into them. He just blinked into the middle of 4 heroes, got Frostbit insta-dead.
Giants with the blink disruption on the gyrocopter, but his team couldn't really follow it up.
These wolves are also messing him up, dude. God damn.
Yeah.
What an awkward fight for both teams, honestly. Yeah. I think Squadix just committed way too long on this bottom, and then completely out of mana, dies, never gets any value out of this BKB. Nefrit just jumps into them, insta-dies as well, gets nothing off. Very awkward exchange. I guess VP are happy with it because you're wasting this Aegis period a little, but wasn't pretty.
A little. There's still another 3 minutes to make this work, so he almost has a Daedalus at this rate. Damn. He's gonna buy out the Crystallis. And they've got the Gleipnir, so they just hit another big timing, another big window. They both do have a detection vision deal. You got TA traps versus Lycan wolves. Notice is currently camping a wolf on Sanctity.
I think if he gets to AC here on the Lycan, you negate a lot of the, or not a lot, but you negate a decent amount of the physical. You help the gyro a lot. Like this AC plus Howl on the TA Wind Ranger is going to be obnoxious.
Yeah.
Once more, VP just camping a ward as Navi smoke into them. Got his Lycan
Can't get a stomp out. Onto Lycan at first. Goes for the grab on Kiritich with the focus fire. There's nothing he can do about it. Until he has Satanic, he has no answer to that kind of focus damage. But without the gyrocopter, it seems like Notice is still doing all right for himself. And Squadix still has plenty of resources. Managed to hit the stomp, but Glimmer Cape protects him. The Wolves on top of Sanctity right now. Burning through his refraction, but the turnaround shackle shot from Uragi locks down Squadix, gets him killed. Uragi is just taking names, man. Hitting a lot of clutch shackle shots, too, in the last team fights on the Storm Spirit.
He did so much work in that fight. You're looking at the damage numbers. It's all Uragi. Goes in, hits the double Gleipnir, connects the focus fire on the gyro, which is exactly what you want in this game. Basically solo kills him, and then just cleans up the storm at the end as well, where Sanctity, he's just dying to the wolves, man. Like, he is straight up dying to these wolves. Just biting his ass, giving him the business. I mean, Notice did a lot in that fight. I think he basically killed both supports from full off of some clutch frostbites from FNG, and then he kills the TA almost twice as well. This Lycan is no joke, and Navi just don't have a good answer for him, so you just have to find the trades. Like, you can focus fire the Lycan, but then you're not focus firing the gyro, which is what Uragi wants to do. He will push again. He will jump him. Does have BKB back up.
Lotus and Disruption, though, behind Uragi, so he's really not in danger. Now his BKB is off cooldown as well. So wise play by Squadix to go for that poke, but not overcommit.
All right, these wolves are doing a lot. Just seen everything in the fights. The cripple attack speed slow as well, and the TA has been way too influential because he doesn't really have attack speed.
I was looking at summon wool. Oh, it does say lose 60 attack speed for 4 seconds. Damn. Long zip in. Spots the Shadow Demon. Gets an Orchid on him while controlling Sanctity's TA, but no control to stop him from blinking out and TPing away. So
Uragi's gonna sneak back in. Look for any stragglers. Almost has Manta.
Dire are scanning. Let thy healing be.
And he is being aggressive, and he knows it's the Gleipnir on the Coddle.
I mean, we're talking about the lack of control for Lycan in this game. There's an equal amount of lack of control for this Wind Ranger right now. He gets to Manta here. He has BKB plus Manta. What are you worried about if you're Yuragi? You have the Dispel for the Orchid or the Frostbite or the Solar Bind, and then that's it. There's nothing else.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It looks like the only real glimmer of hope for Virtus.pro is how well the Lycan has been able to do in these fights, and he's still working towards that AC. That'll be another big buff once he gets it.
I mean, he has.
He
to
also
do a lot
has.
of work.
You can go back for that 10 talent as well, which is an extra 2 armor reductions. Not too shabby.
They have to play around the HAL AC armor differential here. Shivas for Centaur are going to make that a bit harder, for sure.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Very nice pickup.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
As they're hunting, FNG.
FNG! Oh! Spotted just in time by Zayat. FNG will try and make it cost them a couple more seconds at best.
Dire's
He
bottom
seems to
tower
really
is under
like
attack.
that shard.
Yeah, may as well. I mean, what else are you going to buy? And that's
Wow,
Manta
there.
done for Yuragi. So he's a
There's
beast.
Glimmer Capes and Ghost Scepters and
Allies disappear.
Nah,
those
just pop the
utility
shard,
items.
man. You gotta go for the big guns. AC done for Natus, by the way. So this is a huge amount of like team armor with Vlad plus AC plus HAL going into the enemy. But you have to be able to stand your ground and use it together. So far, it's Na'Vi picking them off, and they're gonna start again.
Groggy gets grabbed, but he doesn't care. He keeps running at him. Forces the BKB use on Squadix. Natus used his ult, but they're backing away. I mean, they didn't have the Crystal Maiden. They didn't have their full 5-man, but it seems like they just don't feel strong.
It's hard to get the damage out unless you're willing to commit the gyrocopter. If Kiritich is willing to stand there, commit BKB and take the fight, that's where the damage will come from. But if he's not willing to do that, then you're not doing anything here. And
I don't
he's
think he
looking for
can do
Satanic.
that until like Focus Fire is on cooldown, or maybe he has Satanic.
Yeah,
Like
the
Satanic
problem.
will go a long ways.
Satanic definitely helps. It doesn't keep you alive versus the Focus Fire Wind Run, though, because you can't hit the guy.
Yeah, you'd have to be hitting something else. And Kiritich,
he's
he can
in trouble.
BKB TP out. Will he get out in time? Oh, the root! If Frostbite saves from the Crystal Maiden, I think if Sanctity was able to lay out some damage there, they would have killed the Gyrocopter.
I mean, if Yuragi also could have BKB'd that. Got hit by a
That's
missile.
true.
Dire's top tower is under
Would have been
Unfortunate.
close, but maybe not worth the BKB anyway.
Oh, Gleipnir into arrow.
No BKB. On cooldown for 1 second there for Squadix.
Oh no.
They'll collect the gem off that.
Yeah,
Yuragi
the gem
continuing.
and another Roshan.
Menace. Yeah, it's just, they're just running out of space on the map. Too hard to play versus all the traps, giving so much vision right now. Look at all the traps on the map, dude. It's a ridiculous amount of control. Wind Ranger sees a hero, instantly runs, just kills him. And then the second you lose one hero, now you're losing Roche.
Yeah, 15 traps with a silence and bonus vision and all that jazz is pretty oppressive. You take a Tormentor while Navi gets a Roshan, just like last time. They'll get the Shard for Kiritich. Kinda, who the hell cares? Guess the other option was Coddle with the Recall.
Shadows take
Which, when you're constantly playing 5-man, is also kind of whatever.
Yeah, they're both not too relevant here. Satanic done for Kiritich, so that's your best hope. Still missing that level 20 talent as well. Very close to it. It's a big one for this hero. But at some point, you're going to have to stand your ground as VP. You're down 10k, you're down an Aegis. And you're just bleeding out control. You're bleeding out net worth. This wolf almost just killed this banner mid. What the hell? Okay.
Zip onto the Mirana. See if they can get the fast pick off. A disruption save might just be able to do it. Oh, Kiritich just gets annihilated by Urag. It's not even close, man. Meanwhile, they take out the TA's Aegis, but that was pretty much the Storm Spirit's entire deal. Notice is still carrying, though. Uragi is going to die to this one. You got a freezing field on the side, burn through the refraction as well. This Lycan might be able to go through Sanctity's TA. He's stuck in the trap. The Squadix is going to come back in. Dude, Notice is going ham.
This wolf is at the door, and he's knocking real damn hard. Jesus. I mean, that is double buy for VP or the mentioning, but like, god damn, this wolf just did 5,000. I feel like he's the only one doing anything. He's just going from hero to hero, like one at a time. I'm gonna kill you. Now I'm gonna kill you. Now I'm gonna kill you. And it's like, what are we doing here?
Dude, Gyrocopter's not the real carry of this game.
No, he insta-died. He died in 3 seconds to focus fire, dealing 3,000 damage. Satanic was absolutely worthless there. Yeah, I mean, he'd be better off buying Ghost Scepter, honestly. Like, let the wolf do more. Buy some time for this guy.
Yeah, seriously.
Jesus. He has 5,000 gold now. What do you buy?
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like Abyssal's tempting.
Yeah, he was thinking about it. He had Abyssal queued up, and then he went BKB Scotty.
I mean, there's no way you're going Scotty. I mean, I don't know about Scotty. I don't think there's any way Scotty's more valuable than Abyssal versus the Wind Ranger. Like, I think it's MKB or Abyssal here. I mean, Scotty's kind of cool for like the stacking attack speed slow with the wolves.
Yeah,
like, that's kind of cheeky, but I don't think it actually changes the fight, you know? What changes the fight is you stunning or killing the Wind Ranger before he kills Gyro, or you just decimating TA. And I think BKB into MKB or BKB into Abyssal both help you do that more. But I mean, if he gets all of it though, like let's say he gets 2 more items here, he gets Abyssal or MKB plus Scotty. Does he just straight up 1v5 this game? Like, are you at a point where you have to focus fire the Lycan and chase him down?
Yeah, that might be happening soon.
I feel like you focus fire this Lycan over the Gyro already, to be honest. I don't know. He's doing way more.
He just got his 20 talent as well.
Dude, he's 4-0-8, highest net worth in the game.
Yeah, boy's a beast.
He's an absolute beast.
If Uragi wants to keep focusing the Gyrocopter is going to die even faster now with the completed data list. And he is closing in on level 25, which again puts to your point of maybe consider a Ghost Scepter on your Gyrocopter, because now at some point you're gonna get focus fired, and then he's gonna get that advanced cooldown by 18 seconds, and then he's just gonna be able to cast focus fire again.
I mean, he needs his MKB so Satanic can actually hit something. He gets a feather as well. Pretty nice evasion for Kiritich here. That helps a lot. All right, double data.
The stomp on Kiritich. Too fast for you.
Have to think about this Stormax too. You can't clump on some pull and then just give the Gyro a fight because you're all stuck in Vortex.
Yeah. Dude, look at the Lycan's damage when he's in the base, man. He had an extra 50 on top of that from the Ancient Guardian.
Yeah, he is actually... This is a terrifying game versus Hero. They just don't have control for him. There's like nothing you can do. And they honestly didn't build that many defensive items. There's no Ghost Scepters or anything. Yeah, it was all offense here, which You know, like Zayat, he went this Ags on Shadow Demon. Normally, I think this is the best item you can get on the hero, but is it honestly doing that much here? What are you purging in this game? I feel like you're purging Gyro, who's already just dead. It doesn't do anything to the Lycan, doesn't do much to the Storm. Like, it's not bad here, but again, you don't have a Ghost Scepter, you don't have a Yules or anything.
Somehow missed the Glaive, doesn't matter.
Cores.
Yeah, managed to grab 2 cores together. Notice.
The Wolf?
Trying to look for an opening, but they're pretty grouped up, and he doesn't have the Gyrocopter going in, so that is going to be a pick off on the Crystal Maiden and a wasted Shapeshift, which is probably the biggest blow to Virtus.pro.
This is low downtime, but does give you a window to go high ground. And we saw them focus the summons a lot better there. That's a big deal. Just killing these wolves, killing this big creep, takes a lot of his damage out of the fight. A lot of the cripple that was super annoying. So Shapeshift up in 30 seconds here. As Navi try and push.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pop another glyph. It is hard to break high ground, especially with the Coddle behind, blasting the creep wave as it comes in. You're gonna have a second glyph to put to use to draw it out a little bit longer. 7 seconds, so they could fight this. They could. Oh, they're gonna jump first. Immediately go for the Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter just overwhelmed by the damage. Storm's gonna try and respond. Does manage to get a catch here onto 2, but Lycan's a little bit late to the story. I mean, again, his Shapeshift was coming off cooldown. Tries to go to work now, but held back by a Shackle Shot. And that Focus Fire is going to be coming back up soon, so they really can't take it anymore. Notice, okay, he starts chomping on the TA. It doesn't really work that well. The Stormseer does manage to get a really good grab. It takes advantage of it. Yuragi's quite low, but the turnaround, oh no, the Focus Fire's back up. Gets a grab onto him. Can he finish off Yuragi? He doesn't want to commit. He's scared. He lets his team do the job. He lets the Orchid do the job. It burns him out in the end.
What the hell was that, dude? He got a 4-man Vortex. That's illegal in this game. Like, what? Illegal. How do you just pull 4 into the gyro buyback? They get 3 of them. One TP's out, the other TP's out later. They did such a solid job controlling the Lycan. He got hit by a Lotus Missile. Then he got hit by a Shackle Shot. Then he fought the TA during Refraction during his BKB, so got nothing done there. Like, Natus didn't do anything that fight. It's just all... You slept on that fight for 2 seconds and you got 4-man Vortex into the Gyro buy and he wiped you. And now you lose Roche. This is why going high ground is so damn dangerous. You do it at the wrong time, you get mega punished, NKB done for the Gyro, Aegis to reinforce his buyback use, and a Refresher Shard for Squad X here. He can now double pull you if he lands it, and he wants to slot that in. That is incredibly nasty. You could also give it to the Lycan here, if you really want to just get double Shapeshift, but I think if Storm can use it...
Oh, Squad X still Squad. Oh, Jesus. Pops the BKB just in case. He's going to try and grab and protect the Coddle, go for a kill. I mean, he's sticking around here. He really thinks his team is going to reinforce him, but he gets the gem and gets out.
Dangerous fight. E-Blade for FNG, dangerous. By the way. That's the save for Kiritich here. Big item, actually, because there's... Now you have to commit the Demonic Purge into him. Here's Ayats. Does have that MKB as well finished up with that Roshan, so this Satanic will do a little bit more. Honestly, he's still just going to die, but one of those two things might be able to save him a bit in the fight. And the Abyssal is finished for the Lycan.
Trying to get a jump here. They're going for the Lycan. Kiritich does have a shield rune. BKB goes off from Natus and he gets the TP away. So he's good there. Maybe FNG dies. But again, it's an Aegis shield rune Gyrocopter. That's not the target you want to be going for right now.
Yeah, no Shapeshift for that fight, so they just bail. Heads up decision there. 7 seconds cooldown for Natus. And just wait for the BKB. Nice idea from Navi to make that play, but just unable to commit the damage in. And I mean, it feels a little like this lineup's running out of gas in a way. Like, you have this damage on the TA and the Ranger, but that's kind of it, right? And VP have gotten to their late game threats. Like, this tri-carry lineup is slowly getting there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of stuff to worry about.
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, big wild card, I guess, is like if you can land some good arrows, some good shackles, might make all the difference here in the late game.
Yeah. I mean, there is always the power of disruption into arrow, where if you land that and you get the illusions to freely hit that target, I mean, that's a lot of stun and a lot of damage.
Just have to think about this Storm Vortex. They're gonna get the Purge.
Seeing if they can kill the gyro and get out, they do so pretty easily. They gonna go for the stomp on the second life. BKB immediately goes out from Kiritich. Nefrit gets that out of him and backs away. Got a Lotus on the missile, so BP need to get away.
Good poke and back up there. Didn't even commit the BKBs really. Still have both up here. Sanctity also level 25 now with Arcane Blink plus that refraction talent.
Got a long range frostbite. Crystal Clone disjoins. I didn't even know that.
TA is really hard to go on now. It's got 13 refractions plus 5-second meld dispel plus an arcane blink on 7-second cooldown.
Yeah, it's not so easy for the Lycan to burn through that refraction anymore.
No. But you still have to consider this level 25 Storm Spear with Ags plus Refresher Shard that he never used. So he has double Vortex pull. If you clump again, you're going to get absolutely massacred.
Lycan pops the shapeshift. Navi immediately back away, but he blinks Abyssal Blades. Look for the jump. Squadix only gets the Centaur on this one. Throws a lot of damage around.
That's
some of it hits
refresh.
Malady. Disruption reset pretty easy for Navi.
That was an aggressive go. Shapeshift running out now, so I mean, if you're Navi, is this an opening? You have to go back to deal with top. You're going to show the Shadow Demon. I'll get out. Unable to go high ground again. Squad X, he still holds that shard. He did not commit it for the fight.
Yeah. Well, might just get a big stomp on the TA trap with an arrow to follow it up. Man, that was just beautiful. Gotta watch out for those TA traps. They had a gem, but they walked up into it off the high ground. And those traps give a lot of vision thanks to the shard.
That is just a beautiful setup. And once you get caught, you are mega caught. There's no save to get you out of these shackle, arrow, stun combinations. And that should be a lane here for sure. Maybe two. You have buyback on the Storm. You have buyback on the Maiden and 50 gold. And how much are you going to give up here if you're VP? Butterfly for the gyro. He's just buying out.
And trying again and again and again to get an item that allows him to stand up to Yuragi, who's been bullying him this entire time. None of it has worked. Get a BKB out of him. He's purged up, so he can't even chase after Navi. They take the second lane of barracks. The tier 2 is still up, so they can't go for 3. The Storm Spirit's buyback will be kept safe.
I guess they're willing to trade 2 Raxes here for Storm buy. It's expensive. Very expensive. You do have some wolves to help push against it, but they just haven't been able to find an opening in the fight. Seems like there's no real jump. Like, you got this blink on the Lycan, you can blink Abyssal somebody, but if Navi don't clump on the Vortex, there's no real follow-up. Divine on the menu for Kiritich, so there's some damage. If he can get there.
Yeah, it's, if he can get there. I mean, it's a huge combo. If they hit the Electric Vortex during Hal, Flat Cannon, Divine shots, I mean, that's a team wipe combo right there for sure. Just,
oh yeah.
if the gyro gets jumped and focus fired, he's just gonna drop that Divine Rapier.
I mean, there's not much else to go at this point. They're gonna smoke. They want to fight this tier 2.
Jump in, grab on the Templar Assassin. Centaur tries to respond, trying to slow down some of these heroes. Disruption goes out to be able to save the TA. Comes back in, blinks out off of the refraction. Now they're left trying to hit Yuragi instead. Kiritich is going strong though, not getting focus fired, nearly down enough, and Squadix is going to go for that grab onto the Wind Ranger. Not enough mana to be able to chase after him, though.
Oh, those hits.
And the Orchid, oh, these hits almost finish up the Lycan. Not quite good enough. Gives Squadix a little bit more mana to work with here.
Go back in.
Silenced up, though. Man, it lasts so long. Notice going back in. He almost dies, but Squadix, he saves him in the end. Virtus.pro cover each other beautifully. Nobody dies. Or at least nobody of importance anyway.
Did he miss him? Dude, how does he go back in there? That is ridiculous. I don't even understand that. It just survives off a clutch Glimmer Cape. These Glimmers have been on point for VP. They do buy back the Maiden again. But that is well worth it for the TA kill. Just so much golden XP, and that was the Refresher Shard use. So they did get a bit out of VP there. That's a lot of gold for Kiritich on his way to Divine, and man, I mean, the 5-man ball from VP when it's all together it's pretty scary. These Frostbites from the Maiden have also just been demolishing the Centaur when his BKB is gone.
Radiant are
Scanning Roche, looking for the next one. VP want to contest this. They know if they can get this Roche, might be able to just win this game.
They tried to do Tormentor, but I think they thought they were going to die doing it.
Dire are scanning.
Refresher for Centaur. I mean, if he hits the stomp, especially if he can get to level 25.
Yeah. Would be big.
Yeah,
MKB for the
3-second, a 6-second AoE disable is pretty massive. Grab on the Shadow Demon, though. What a great way to start the fight if they can kill him. Lotus Orbs, though. Glimmer Cape's Disruption. Now an E-Blade goes out. Kiritich survives against Yuragi for a little bit longer, but the focus damage is just too much. He got Purge, lost his E-Blade status, and now without the Gyrocopter, they are on the run. They're going to hit the Stomp on the Lycan, so Notice is going to die as well. Just as you think Virtus.pro might be able to secure themselves the first Roshan of their game, it all goes wrong when they try and jump. I thought that was a good way to start a fight, jumping on a Shadow Demon.
I mean, Zayat's, he's baiting him, right? He finished Aeon Disc right before that engagement, and he's just showing himself there, knowing they're not going to think about it, and that just changes everything. Can't kill the demon, he lives. He gets the purges off on the gyro. He gets disruption off. That's a tough fight. Instant refresh for the Centaur as well means you have double Stampede there. It's going to get some buybacks. You do have the gyro buy, but it would kill his momentum towards that Divine. That was also the first death for the Lycan here. He was having a perfect game. He was on his way to 25. That's a big talent as well. Versus physical single target lineup. But it'll be Aegis to Navi. So who takes it? I mean,
it looks like Sanctity is going to
the only one
take.
hitting.
Yeah, Yuragi is going to get an Aghanim Scepter and consume it, it looks like, as his next item.
That's pretty much all that's missing.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This is the push. See if you can break this high ground. You did not commit the gyro buy though, so he is. I mean, he's not far off Divine. It's like 1,500, 2K. Yeah, 2K or so. Just to get a chicken to a shop.
He sells his treads for it. It'd be pretty close. If he wants to replace his Ags, he is very far away.
And keep in mind, you also still have the Storm Spirit buy, which in a base defense situation is oftentimes very deadly. It's not an easy high ground, even though you're up 24K. But I think you gotta try with this Aegis. Let the TA hit it, see what happens. And not clump behind him. Cannot give that massive vortex that we saw earlier.
Found the Shadow Demon again. Aeon Disc again protects him from that initiation. A nice idea there with the ward placed down on the side to watch that Tormentor area. Chipping away at the tier 3. Sanctity is going to work. In Virtus.pro, you gotta come up with a solution. The TA is so far back there.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Divine Rapier gets to the Gyrocopter. Finally ready to go.
It's big. They want to find the Shadow
Get
Demon.
rid of the vision. I think they want to hide this Divine Rapier as much as possible. But somebody's going to have to start this fight. He goes for the Flat Cannon shots. Flat Cannon still has 6 more charges, I guess. They could still go for it. Moonlight Shadow up the side. Storm Spirit, they're going to run into him. Shivas, he jumps down to the low ground. Hit the Coddle instead. The Lycan needs to be able to pop his BKB. Goes out and manage grab the Wind Ranger here. Where's the Gyrocopter to be able to follow this up, though? Flat Cannon shots start going out. Not that many, though. Having a hard time closing the distance there. The creep wave dies so quickly, he can't keep getting flat cannon shots out to the enemy heroes.
They did get the Shadow Demon. They forced the Shadow Demon buyback. They got something out of that, but they forced them a Coddle buy as well. And like, just no detection? These traps just sitting here the whole time. There's a sentry. Double damage for Sanctity. Oh boy. Okay,
like
well.
Oh, Sayush must have sold it. Didn't it pop up? They had Vlad's? Oh, right. Noticed has Vlad's. They're thinking of any way to try and help this Gyrocopter. Yeah, they have to focus this guy down. Disruption. There's the save. Force Staff to help the Storm Spirit. Arrows coming out. Doesn't land. Buildings falling. You got to get in there soon. They're going to be able to grab both these cores, and it happens. They get the grab into the Divine Rapier. Na'Vi slip up for a moment. And they give Squadix exactly the opening needs. And he still has a refresher to boot, though he uses all of his mana trying to get this one. And I think he missed off the meld.
It was like the end of his BKB. I think he was waiting for it. It's very close. A nice heads-up play. I mean, nonetheless, he finds that vortex. Like, Yuragi has refresher there. He can refresh BKB, kill that Rax, get megas, guaranteed. But Squadix, he caught him. Caught him in that little interval before he committed. And it makes all the difference here, as they find 2 of the damage dealers, and you evaporate.
Oh. It might be my turn for my internet to... dude, I'm lagging the hell out of this Dota game anyway.
No, that is the Dota server, I believe.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, That's good at least. Dude, are the players not feeling this? Where's the pause?
Huh. Could just be some spectator lag or something.
Weird.
Either way, that's a big team fight win for VP. A necessary one is... And you had 1 Rax left to give. Instead it gets you to your Lycan Scotty. He is there. He is in the late game. He has that 25 talent as well, which is massive in this game because... How much extra reduction is that? It's like 40% on these heroes that have like bonus 250 and stuff. It's just a ridiculous value talent.
Yeah, I just watched the Wind Ranger lose like 160 damage, I think. So
yeah,
that
sounds
is
about right.
That is a lot combined with the Scotty attack speed slow. Whoa, this Storm's long zip out to try and take advantage of
He's so
the
low.
TA. Was he hitting Tormentor?
He was. He tried to kill Tormentor,
God.
almost killed himself.
Dude, Tormentor.
And they had the ward on it. They had the ward.
Tormentor
That's
gets
why...
everybody killed, man.
Oh my god. Dude, what? Why?
It's not even worth anything. It's
It's a
280
Wind
gold
Ranger
each.
shard.
Yeah, I guess so.
Death Summary. 2600 damage by Tormentor. 500 damage Storm. These brooches on the Tormentor, man. It's too much damage to handle.
Yeah. Yeah.
VP had 1 obs on the map, and is that obs at the bottom corner of that.
You know, I think I think another thing that screwed over the TA is I think he's used to being able to do that damage and rely on refraction, but now you have this the passive that the Tormentor does, the 30 damage a second. So it just burned through his refraction so quickly.
I mean, these are big missteps from Na'Vi. Like, you are giving tier 5 neutral items to VP now. You're giving them buybacks. Suddenly, they have buybacks back up for everybody except the Coddle. The Lycan is needing gold, but he has Pirate Hat now, so he can get the gold back. Force boots for the Gyro, so he doesn't need the boot slot. I mean, this is a lot of extra value. You had double Book of the Dead for Na'Vi here. Interesting.
Why do you think that is? I mean, on a Wind Ranger at that.
Maybe they're gonna summon a bunch of Necro units and then the Gyro flaks them all and kills himself.
Yeah, there's no way he does enough damage to himself off of that. Off of just 2 of them. If they got 5 of them, then maybe.
I mean, the Arcanist Armor Centaur is nice, and the Stygian on the TA pretty nice too. He needs extra damage here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. This looks... It's like they're gearing up to try and just get this last set of racks. But you have everything really, pretty much of your VP outside of this Lycan buy, but the Lycan buy isn't even really the useful one because he has to commit anyway. It's the Storm and the Gyro buy. Yeah. Gyro actually gives his up.
I will say that with the Blink Scotty Abyssal Blade builds, the melee Lycan is definitely a lot more, or excuse me, the non-shapeshifted Lycan is definitely a lot more effective than most Lycans.
This is a insane amount of strength on Kiritich right now. Oh, they saw the
Scattered him out with the wolves. Grabbed him, double grabbed, got off the BKB on Sanctity. He did not get the chain off. A failed opportunity for Virtus.pro. And now they're actually going to jump back. The arrow lands off of that one. FNG will get picked off.
It is VP's turn to misplay the situation. They used the Lycan ult as well. They don't have it for 45 seconds here. Do you push if you are an Na'Vi? Can you push?
100% right. No refreshers, surely. Disruption to be able to dodge the first vortex, and when he comes back in, he instantly blink away. Now the Storm Spirit will be ready to make that jump again soon, but he won't have BKB next time.
The maiden buyback. They get the Lotus Missile as well. There's a Lincoln's here.
Got the stomp on him. Glimmer Cape can't see him right now. Arrow comes out, hits him off of the vortex that grabs two. They stampede to try and run away though. And once again, disruption into a blink away for Sanctity. He can keep doing these. He's got Arcane Blink.
Can't prevent it. You just can't prevent that. It's so damn hard. Did get their shapeshift back up. Cost them a maiden buyback. Honestly, Kiritich is just too strong on the front line. They're going to send the Necro Wind Ranger units in. Classic. They're not even using both hooks together. I don't even...
Yeah,
there's a Roshan as well.
I mean, it is it's 1600 damage when he flat cannons.
They see TA doing Roche right now. I mean, this is...
Oh, my God. Oh, they're going to TP in. Mass TPs. The wolf died. They don't know where he is now. Oh, no. Now they've TP'd out to this point.
Everything, though.
The Lycan might get caught here.
This is so awkward.
Very awkward. They're going to get sandwiched. Oh, God. The neutral eye was spotting him. Storm Spirit reveals himself. Lycan's going to make a run for it. BKB shapeshift, but the Wind Ranger can run right alongside you, Lycan.
Such a bizarre sequence,
now
honestly.
Oh God! Now they're doing that thing where it's like, oh well, we lost we don't have a buyback, so I have to push out the wave to make sure they can't go high ground.
I mean, guess, yes, that was this Lycan has no buyback for 300 gold, and he's the one with Pirate Hat.
Somebody find a bounty
Might just
rune.
have to give up megas.
There's double bounty runes if the Storm Spirit zips to the Radiant bounty spot. Okay, he finds it. There, now you have the gold. Now you have the buyback, but the damage is already done. You have megas. We'll see if Na'Vi wants to push for even more. They hit the stomp on FNG. See if they can get a dieback here. Jump forward from Squadix goes for the Mirana. Effort and Sanctity on the right in front of Virtus.pro. No responses so far. Kiritich is now going to go in with his flat cannon shots with the buyback coming out from Lycan. Blink and Abyssal Plate. There's the disruption though. A grab onto Lycan. He try to counter jump in. Uragi goes for the focus fire onto the throne and it is done. Na'Vi just go straight for the objective and you cannot defend it. So
what a bizarre game, honestly. Like